Thank you for joining us for part one in a series of 5 short videos guiding you through the new GlobalBlock service available here at 101domain.com. GlobalBlock is a new service developed by the Brand Safety Alliance, a subsidiary of GoDaddy. In their own words, the Brand Safety Alliance is a new initiative focused on innovation and helping global domain name registries to develop products and services that allow brand owners to protect their online identity. GlobalBlock is the first service created and launched by the BSA and was officially launched on March 1st. The GlobalBlock service allows brands and trademark owners to effectively block a large swath of the domain name space from registering domain names using their brands or trademarks for a fraction of the cost it traditionally takes to do so. Before diving in, let's take a quick look at the domain name landscape as it exists today. In today's domain name system, there are over 350 million active domain names in over 2,000 domain extensions spread out across over 200 jurisdictions and domain registries. It's quite a vast system to keep track of. 101 Domain carries arguably the largest selection of domain extensions or top-level domain options found anywhere. We like to look at the domain name system in 3 distinct buckets. In the first bucket, we have what we call legacy generic top-level domains. These include the original 21 extensions plus dozens of second-level extensions. You may recognize .com, .net, .org, .biz, .info, and others here. Next are country codes, or CCTLDs. At our last count, there were 1,284 top-level and second-level extensions qualified as country codes, spread out across over 200 jurisdictions. These include .uk and second levels like .co.uk. Third, we have new GTLDs. At last count, there were 592 extensions across dozens of registries. These new GTLDs were introduced in 2013, with another round coming in 2026, which will potentially introduce hundreds more. Most recently, we've seen .ing, .meme, .diy, and .food launch. Finally, we have something called Web3 or blockchain domains. These are not actual domain names. They function on the blockchain system, but they're an important area to keep an eye out for. Now, what problem is GlobalBlock aiming to solve? As you have just seen, the domain name space is large and vast. There are over 350 million domain names across over 2,000 options in over 200 jurisdictions and countries around the world. Tens of thousands of new domain names are created every day. If you have a trademark registered or unregistered for your company's name, brands, or products, it hasn't always meant that you can automatically extend those trademark rights across the domain name space. Just like trademark law, there are complications around registration dates, jurisdiction, damages, and more that trademark owners have to contend with in the domain name space. This makes things very complicated with domain names, especially with the proliferation of options that brand owners and nefarious parties have to choose from. As a brand, do you have to build a massive domain portfolio to protect yourself? Do you monitor all corners of the web for infringement and then act? It would be very costly to proactively register all your domain names and variations to protect your brand and marks across the entire domain name universe. Likewise, if you do nothing, it could end up being very costly to protect your trademark rights over and over again. Most companies end up doing a combination of both. They register domain names in the jurisdictions and in variations that make sense for their business strategy and budget, while also proactively using monitoring and enforcement services to address issues that come up. Now, if a company wants to register their name or trademarks across all these domain extensions or zones, it would cost upwards of $30,000 a year for a single term. GlobalBlock allows you to take out 30% of the available domain extensions for a fraction of what it would normally cost you. It also blocks confusing characters and typos of your trademark as well, potentially blocking tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of opportunities for bad actors to cyber squat on your valuable name. Not only that, but it packages this service into one manageable product for one fee every year. You may be asking, how is this different from existing blocking services like DPML or AdultBlock? The difference is that existing blocking services are exclusive to single domain registries, Identity Digital, formerly known as Donuts and Affiliates for DPML, or ICM registry in the case of AdultBlock. These services are inherently limited by each registry's domain selection. GlobalBlock is a unified blocking service that covers a consortium of registries, not just one, at last count 40 registries, and it will continue to expand its coverage, onboarding additional registries into the future. Now that you have an overall understanding of GlobalBlock, here are a few important details to get you started. The official launch was March 1st. Now through May 31st, we are offering a 10% discount for existing block owners. Give your account executive a call or reach out to us at corporate@101domain.com and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have and place your order. Continue watching our videos for more detailed information about GlobalBlock.